Okay, I got the Wasp 100 by Skyartec here. They call it the mini Skyartec, the mini Wasp. And just received it today, and I'm not going to fly it because a company called KUI.com.tw sent me a Mode 1 transmitter, despite me telling them very clearly, both on purchasing form and in private messages, that I need a Mode 2. They sent me Mode 1. Frankly, I'm actually happy that they sent me Mode 1 now, because it's basically giving me a green card to send the heli back to them, which they agreed to take it back. And I'm happy because after having just a very brief look at this helicopter, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, it's not good. It's actually a very, very poor design, and I think that it would be broken all the time, and I don't think it would fly well either. Just a quick review. The biggest issue with this heli right now, I don't know if you will be able to see it on the camera here. Let me put the camera down. What you got here, let me get a screwdriver to point this out to you. Right under here, you've got the pinion, and next to the pinion, of course, you got the main gear. The problem is that the frame is so soft. The plastic is so soft that if you just barely move like this, just a little bit, right, the mesh stops. The pinion on the motor basically stops meshing completely. You can see now it's not even meshing at all, and this is how it came. So now I would have to move the motor a bit closer to the main gear to make it mesh. But the problem is that the frame is actually crooked, so the gear and the main, like you could say that the shaft on the motor is not perpendicular with the main gear. It's actually crooked on an angle. So essentially the pinion would never really sit on the main gear properly. Not only that, even a small touch, the frame is so soft that even just the mildest landing or touch down when you're flying, the frame would bend, and then you'd start having the pinion grinding on the main gear, because the mesh wouldn't work. It just wouldn't. Yeah, it just simply would not work. Like if I pull the motor on it like this and pull it back like this, then the mesh is working. You can see now that it's actually spinning the pinion. I just let it go, and there you go. It's not meshing now. The pinion is not turning as I do this right now. This is out of the box like this. And then there's one more pretty serious problem with it, and that's the fly bar. The fly bar is stiffer than stiff, and this is again out of the box. It will not move. It's stiff. So what this would essentially cause is, if you're flying the heli really slow, probably would stay in the air. But as soon as you try to do bank turn with this and fly it mildly aggressively, the heli would go into death dives, because this fly bar would not by any means move freely enough for the heli to respond properly and stay up in the air when you start tilting it sideways doing bank turns. So this is essentially not good. This would have to be modified in order for the heli to fly properly. I haven't even flown it, and I know this would not work. And then same with the frame. You'd have to probably use carbon fiber or something to reinforce that, so that it stops bending, so you can get proper meshing on the motor. And then additionally to that, which I knew was like that, I saw it in the pictures before buying it. There's those tiny little gears that are used for the tail motor, and this looks very weak as well, so I'm thinking this would have to be replaced periodically as well. So essentially that's it. This is my review of the Wasp 100 by Skyartec, and the final word is it's really, really not a good heli, and that's, essentially I am not surprised that so few people bought this heli, and so few people sell it as well, because it's just not a very good product at all. And so that's it. If you see this video, I guess you'll know that you're probably better off going with a more expensive CB100, which is a very similar design but much better, or with other helis in this category like the MSRX, or maybe the Solo Pro 260, or the Solo Pro 270, or the Bravo SX, which are all much better helis that will fly a lot better, will be more reliable, and essentially will provide a lot more enjoyment and much more bang for your bucks than something like this product, which is, in my opinion, it's a highly deficient product that should not even be on the market. So that's all. Hope you enjoyed the review.